now moving on to our main event of the evening. A fight that is going to be incredible. A fight since it's been booked, I've been going backwards and forwards on who I think is going to win the fight, how I think it's going to be finished, or if it's going to be finished. We've got Max Blessed Holloway versus Calvin Kattar. Now, Max Holloway, the best is blessed. I love Max Holloway. I love his fighting style. He's going to stand in the middle of the ring with you. He's going to talk to you again. Another one of those fighters that loves to talk whilst they're fighting with you. The best thing about Max Holloway is he's not even rude about it. He's a bit like that wonder boy of going, oh, did I poke you in the eye? Sorry. He's just talking. He is so respectful. He's just a great guy. Now, I believe I tweeted about this week, saying I shouldn't be surprised at this stat anymore, but Max Holloway will be coming into this fight as a younger fighter. Now, Max Holloway is only 29 years old. I found that astonishing. I really do. Now, I'm 25, but I've been watching the UFC most of my adult life and teenage life. And Max Holloway has been a part of it for the longest time. Mm-hmm. How is this man only 4 years older than me? And he's had 27 fights, probably 20 in the UFC. He's great, and he's fought against all the best. Now, he's obviously coming to get off the 2 losses against Volkanovski. Before that, he beat Frankie Edgar and lost up at 155 to Poirier. Mm-hmm. But his most recent notable win would be the Frankie Edgar one before quite a while ago, I believe, 2018 now maybe. The win against Brian Ortega. Sorry, the name was escaping me. That was his last sort of big win. Obviously, that win against Frankie Edgar. Now, people are sleeping on Max Holloway. Max Holloway is not done. Not even slightly. He hasn't got started, in my opinion. Alexander Volkanovski is one hell of a champ. So underrated for what he does, for the game plan that he puts out there with his team. Again, the game plan that comes out from that team out in New Zealand is unreal. What they've done with Izzy, what they've done with Hooker, what they've done with Volkanovski, what they're trying to do with Brad Riddell, they are something else. And Volkanovski is that's again, last fight was very close. I believe Max may have lost his title because he got a bit complacent. Now, when you are the champion, you're winning, you're doing everything right, you're beating everyone, and you're doing it in great style. What is there such to change? Whereas for Alexander Volkanovski, he's constantly looking at Max Holloway. He's got him in the eyesight. Every single one of these people below him, they're constantly looking at Max Holloway, just like everyone's looking at Volk now. I believe that may have been the issue. He came in with a game plan, and then Max came back and went, no, all right, okay, I've got to go do a game plan to beat you now. I've got to actually think about this. Used a lot more kicks. Wasn't just having as much fun in there, as you say. Now, Calvin Kattar. This man hits hard. This man is a striker. This matchup is a striker's dream. You've got 2 boxers in essence. Max does like to throw in the kicks more, but he's known for his volume in his hands. Kattar is known for his power. Now, Calvin Kattar is coming off 2 wins, I believe. He's got the win over Dan 50K Ige. Mm-hmm. That was a 5-round fight. Got the decision win. I believe he got 4 rounds to 1. I scored it 4 rounds to 1 anyway. He got the win over Dan Ige, and obviously has the KO over Jeremy Stevens as well. Before that, he lost the fight to Zabit Magomedsharipov. A fight where I believe I picked Calvin Kattar to win. Now, with Calvin Kattar, he started slow. Zabit's got his obvious issues with cardio, where later on people will steal rounds from him. But Calvin Kattar did start slow, and I believe this could be the issue with the fight. Max came out in his last fight knowing that he needed to win rounds, not just win a fight. And I believe this is the same thing that he's going to face against Calvin. He's going to come out strong, he's going to come out fast and try and steal rounds early on. This could be a really fun fight. The best is blessed. I'm always going to vote for Max. I love Calvin Kattar. He's a great fighter to watch. I'm going for the Max decision win. How are you seeing this fight going down yourself?
Yeah, I mean, you made some great points there. I remember watching the T-City fight with Holloway, and I think it was the most punches, most strikes ever absorbed by anyone to the head. As we know, Max is a volume puncher and a volume striker in general. Kattar is a little bit on the other side. He will pick his shots and he will throw bombs. He works very well moving backwards as well. He rocks you. moves back, you walk into him. I can't remember who he caught with the uppercut. It was just very, very crisp. It can't come. I can't get it into my mind at the moment, but he works very, very well moving forward, backwards, sideways, whichever which way. Holloway's going to try and get in there and pepper him as he usually does. I'm sure we'll hear that from the commentary as well. Max is going to go in and pepper him with shots, but Kattar is going to be throwing bombs, and I think Kattar catches him a few times. Max, obviously, when he fought Dustin, he was going up a weight class, which is completely different. And Dustin Poirier is a fantastic, phenomenal fighter as well, who throws these short hooks and he just throws them in rapid concession. But Max didn't go down. He never did go down through the whole fight. So will Kattar be able to knock him out? I'm not sure. I think Kattar outworks him on the feet. And he evades a few more of the punches. I think his boxing is just ever so slightly better. I'm going to go with the unpopular opinion and go with Kattar via split decision. I think it's going to be very, 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 very close. The whole fight, I think he's going to be super close, and I think Kattar gets it.
No, that scares me. Not Max Holloway losing, not Kattar winning, but just the fact that you said split decision. Now, if Max Holloway loses this fight by decision, I don't think I'm going to be on Twitter for at least a week. If he loses it by a split decision, that's probably going to go up to at least a month. Now, I can't deal with the cries of robbery. I'm pretty sure both of these fighters know that they cannot be leaving it in the hands of the judges, and they do not want to make this a close fight. I think they both know that full well, especially Max coming off the latest loss to Volkanovski, and Calvin with his loss to Zabit, where that second round was close. Personally, I think Zabit won the fight, even though I backed Calvin, but it could be argued either way. You don't want to leave fights like that in the hands of the judges, fights that are so close, and these boxing judges that are judging MMA. Let's be honest, these are all old boxing judges. They're watching the strikes thrown by the hands, and that's about it. And even then, sometimes they're not even watching that. They're not watching a thing. But the thing that I believe sort of pushed me over the edge to go with Max in his fight, like I said, I've been going backwards and forwards. It's sort of head saying Kattar, heart saying Max. And I always like to go with my heart because that's what I was taught anyway. But in the Jeremy Stephens fight, Calvin Kattar's nose got broke. Mm-hmm. And I mean broke, to the point that even in the Ige fight, just out of a jab, that rebust up Calvin Kattar's nose. This is what I worry about Kattar. Like you said, Max throws more strikes than anyone. There is no one that can throw like Max Holloway. He will be constantly throwing strikes in your face. And sometimes it isn't the hard shots that damage you, it's the constant ones. Mm-hmm. When you're just touching on that face and you're just touching on that nose, that's what I worry about Kattar. This is a 5-round fight. He's going with Max Holloway. Again, Max Holloway known to have the chin. Like you said it yourself, the closest I've seen to Max being finished by strikes is that Dustin Poirier sort of elbow that cut his head open. That's the most worried I've been for Max in that sense. I didn't get that in any of the Volkanovski fights. I don't think I'm going to get that feeling here. There are the comparisons that Calvin Kattar has the most similar style to Dustin Poirier that Max has fought. Very much a power boxer with great footwork, which is what Poirier is about. But no, I think the nose may be the equalizer in this fight. Sometimes when you've just taken so much damage, there's only so much you can do. It's same with the Diaz brothers. It's like with Nate Diaz, he has so much scar tissue, it loses fights for him. In that Masvidal fight, I'm not saying he was going to win that fight. I think you'd be silly to say that fight. Jorge won that fight. Stylistically, he was always winning that fight. But it did not help him. You're going to get cut up so easily. The doctors are looking to stop it, and you've already lost yourself the fight sometimes.
Yeah, completely. I think Kattar uses his boxing acumen, and he evades more of the punches. You know, Max can throw everything. He doesn't necessarily land everything. I think Kattar can evade quite a lot of the punches, whether he's slipping, rolling, or just moving in on the inside and trying to close the distance. You know, Max has got very, very long arms. I think he's going to try and catch him on the end of the punches and not let him get in as much. But I think a good game plan for Kattar would be to get in and work like the dirty boxing up against the